Hey guys, Charles from Haltz Boots here, and today we are looking at the best ever Superfly made by Nike, the Mercurial Superfly IV Elite. All right, so we are going to unbox the Nike Mercurial Superfly IV Elite. And it is the TechCraft leather pack, but the better of the three colorways in my opinion, the black and pink colorway. The one with the size 9. Originally, I had a pair of these used and they were just left over in a locker room when I was in college, so I just took them and they felt not the right size, but after I wore them for a while, size 9 was definitely the way to go. And we're gonna go ahead and open these. So, pretty crazy that I was able to find a pair brand new. I don't want to say how much I paid for them, but I mean, look at these. You know, it's not the all pink with the synthetic Nike skin material and all that, but this black and pink colorway is definitely still a really, really good colorway. Now I'm gonna remove the second pair and we'll just look at the bag real quick. I want to say this is the same exact bag that comes with the original bright pink pair. I haven't had that pair and I don't know anybody who has a pair brand new, so can't really confirm that, but go ahead and move the box out of the way. And these boots originally retailed at $275. And again, I will not tell you how much I paid because it was too much, but I figured it'd be really cool to do for a review. Now, this was in the Lightning Storm pack, I want to say. Well, they took the Lightning Storm pack, which was all the bright neon colors, and slapped some leather on it. So they reused all the same colors and just made them the TechCraft boots. And I don't know why they did that, but I think this was the first TechCraft. Then they did white and black, and then they did an ugly neon yellow and brown leather. And I actually have that pair in AEG for the Superfly IV, but I just didn't want to wear them because they didn't look cool. Now, I really haven't worn TechCraft from any of the original boots from 2015, 2016 when they started doing TechCraft. I believe it was with the Superfly IV, Vapor X, all those boots. I do know that there is pairs of the Magista Ober 1 still floating around in the blue and black colorway of this, and the problem is they just rip super quick, so I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen with these. I'm not getting my hopes up. I really do hope that these are able to survive and, you know, allow me to rotate them through and play in them here and there. It's just really gonna suck if I paid all this money for a pair of boots that are gonna rip right away. But I mean, they're still cool to have either way, and it's gonna be cool to experience this again. All right, so it's been about a week and a half, 2 weeks since I did the unboxing. I wore these boots about 8 to 10 times, and I have to be honest with you, they performed better than I expected. And on top of that, it was just really nice that I got to wear a pair of old school boots again. But I don't want to keep you guys waiting around. We're gonna jump right into the full review. Jumping right into this Soleplate, I have to say I missed wearing these a lot. Now, it really had no issues on any surface. It was great for cutting, planting, changing direction, all of that. And I didn't have any issues with these snagging on the turf. Grass was perfect as always, but you know, these aggressive studs here, you think you'd have issues with them, but no, I didn't have any issues whatsoever. And it's kind of funny that they performed better than the new boots like the Superfly 9, the Vapor 15, and the Phantom GX, which I've had issues with these boots snagging on turf. So it's kind of nice to know that these old boots still hold up really well and that these Soleplates I still think are better. So again, no complaints, and honestly having this nice stiff carbon fiber sole plate was nothing but a bonus. Now we're gonna talk about the upper, and this is a TechCraft pair, so as you can see, it's the regular Superfly 4, but they slapped some leather on them, and the leather is soft to touch, but when you put these boots on, it feels a little bit weird on the inside, and I don't remember that with the regular knit and synthetic pairs. Now I'm not just sure if it's because they're these boots, or they're old, or they're the TechCraft, I don't really know, but it just felt like they didn't quite wrap your foot properly. And it almost felt like there's, not like there's space in between, but you could kind of move around in the boots and you wouldn't really feel that solid connection in terms of like contact with your feet in the upper, if that makes any sense. But besides that, I still really like this OG knit upper here that's on most of the other Superflies. And although I said there's that issue on the inside and the feeling of the leather, the outside is still great and the touch and connection on the ball is perfect. I didn't have any problems hitting shots, passing, receiving. It didn't feel like my touch was off. The connection to from my foot to the ball through the boot still felt great. And Again, I don't know what that issue I have is, and just the weird feeling that I get with some of these older TechCraft boots. I had them with the Hypervenom 2 TechCraft as well, but it still performed very well overall. Now we're gonna talk about lockdown, and if you think anything I was saying about the inside of the boot feeling weird to the touch or not quite wrapping my foot or anything like that, don't be alarmed. These boots still had phenomenal lockdown, and I don't know if it's the really nice lacing system and these flywire cables that you can see in there. I'm not sure if that's what does it, but my feet didn't slide, had no slippage issues, you know, nothing on the cuts, turns, passing, hitting a volley, striking anything about these boots. Now, if you were to remove the laces, like I know some people like to do, you'll probably have lockdown issues there. But in terms of the weird connection on the inside of the boot, the rest of the boot still hugs your foot well, and honestly, you don't really have to worry about lockdown. Now, the comfort on this boot was good. It wasn't great or amazing, and a lot of times I hear people, and I've even experienced in the past when I used to wear Superflies a long time ago, because of this hard heel counter and heel cup, you can see I'm pressing and nothing's going on. I don't know if it's this area or if it's this Mercurial logo here, but people always get blisters on the back of their Achilles tendon or heel, including myself. But for some reason, I didn't have that happen with these. So I kind of was expecting it to happen and was prepared to take my boots off in case that did, but no issue there. That's great. And no pain either. No pain in the arch where I usually have arch pain. No wide spot pain for wide feet. So this is definitely a good boot for wide feet. And again, the leather was nice. And besides that weird connection, it's still quality leather and it's still soft. Now it's no made in Japan leather that you'll see on Mizuno's, Adler's, anything like that, but it gets the job done at the end of the day, and you won't have to worry about discomfort if you're wearing the Superfly 4. For the sizing, I went with my typical 9 US. I do this with all my Nike boots, especially if I don't remember or don't know what size to get. But I did find that there was half a space extra up here in the toe. Now maybe it was just under half a size, but I definitely noticed it. It didn't feel quite as bad when I first put them on versus playing in them and training in them, so maybe they stretched. Now, do I think I could go down half a size? Maybe, but can I confirm that? No, because one, I don't think I can find another pair of these in an 8.5 anytime soon, and two, I don't want to pay that much again, because like I said, it was very expensive to get these. So who really knows? Honestly, if you wear a 9 like me, or let's say you wear a 10, you might be able to get away with a 9.5 in the leather TechCraft boots if you have narrow feet, but if you have wide feet, I think you'll be fine just dealing with that little bit of extra space. I did, and I'm usually someone who needs my boot snug, but I was able to just get over it and train with it and play with it and didn't feel like I ever dragged my toes, and there's no real like scuffs or like drag marks or anything like that. So I wouldn't worry about that at all. I would stick with your normal size for the most part. And if you have a synthetic pair that's not made of leather, definitely you'll be able to stick with your normal Nike size. So if I had these in a 9 and they were synthetic, I'm almost positive they would fit a little bit better than the leather pair. I can't quite remember if I talked about it in the unboxing portion, but some of the TechCraft boots have not aged well. The blue and black Magista Ober 1s from this same TechCraft pack didn't really hold up well. Now I know someone a few years back found thousands of pairs in a warehouse and they're still occasionally being resold, but they fall apart almost on the first or second wear, kind of like Hypervenom 1s. And I was really worried that was gonna happen with these. I was lucky they were stored by a private collector, but I didn't have any issues. I had no signs of any real separation. I can push really hard on these, and I don't know how well you'll be able to tell, but there's no real tears or anything. So that's kind of nice to know that they've held together well. No cracks in the carbon fiber yet. So I'm assuming this is a pair of boots I'll be able to keep for a pretty long time, and that's kind of nice. I've been comparing these to modern boots like the Superfly 9, the Phantom GX, all those other boots, and honestly, if they were to be in a head-to-head competition, these would win in anything that is currently new on the market. And I'm very dead serious about that. These boots are very fantastic and just blow everything out of the water. The boots they were competing against back in the day was really only from Adidas, the F50. I feel like everything else from Adidas at that time was not really a speed boot. So these competed against the F50. Are some F50s better than these? Yes, but that's a topic for another day. And then honestly, they were just competing against their own Nike boots like the Vapor 10 and the Magista Ober 1. So not a lot of competition back in the day for these, and the current competition, if we take them, I think these were made in 2015, so 8 years ago, 9 years ago now, bring them forward into the future and they're smacking everything. So that is pretty cool that old boots still really do hold up. Now for the rating, I'm giving these a solid 8.8 out of 10. They're a very good pair of boots. That's a B+. There's a couple of minor issues, but for the most part, I really do think that these hold up really well and they're a fantastic pair of football boots. Last few things I wanted to say are, if you can find a pair of these boots and you want to pay the price for them, definitely do it. Whether or not it's leather or synthetic, they won't disappoint you and they'll perform great. And honestly, if that weird feeling I get on the inside of the boot for the leather pair and the sizing was fixed, so it fit my foot a little bit better, I really think these could be an A- or a solid A boot. It's just those small little issues that are going to take it back a little bit. But overall, fantastic pair of boots. Probably the best Superfly ever made, I can't lie. And that's all I have for you guys today. If you like football boot videos or football boot reviews like this one, please make sure to subscribe to our channel. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.